Clear Cadence presents ClearView for the Alfresco digital business platform, the all-in-one user interface for both Alfresco content services and Alfresco process services. Hi, my name is Kevin Bedingfield, and I'm the Managing Director at Clear Cadence. We are a digital content and process management consulting company and partners with Alfresco, a Highland company. Today, I wanted to show you our ClearView user interface built on Alfresco's Application Development Framework, or ADF, that enables businesses to utilize Alfresco Content Services, or ACS, and Alfresco Process Services, or APS, all in one user experience. Additionally, ClearView provides features to administer APS processes and tasks. So many features and functions to cover, so let's get started. First, let's talk about what ClearView is. As Alfresco users know, both content services and process services exist as their own applications, which means they have their own user interfaces. While functional, some features are lacking in the out-of-the-box versions. And what happens if you have both content services and process services? You need to jump back and forth between two applications. Going to different UIs to do your work isn't great for productivity, and let's face it, end users hate having to do that. The answer is ClearView. ClearView lays on top of the Alfresco digital business platform and provides a single interface into content services, process services. It provides a lot of configurable options right out of the box and can be expanded for even more functionality and customization. Customization like accessing other important business applications. Clear Cadence developed ClearView using the Alfresco Application Development Framework, or ADF, and in this demo, we'll take a look at the single and customizable user interface, the expanded content search, a grid display of user tasks, how ClearView is mobile-enabled, a look at the administrative functions ClearView provides, and finally, how you can expand ClearView's functions to integrate with other applications. So let's go. We'll start by logging into ClearView. ClearView can use the standard Alfresco security or a more robust authentication method such as Keycloak. After logging in, we're at the main ClearView landing page. Now let's take a moment to look at what is on this page. The first area that we're going to point out here are the application tiles. And these tiles represent the various applications running within the Alfresco digital business platform. They can be standalone APS workflows, standalone ACS sites, or both. Each tile comes from a configuration file that allows your company to add the application name and description. Now, taking a closer look, we can see that we currently have the Clear Notice for Digital Content Control as our active application. We know this because the tile itself has a shadow behind it, but also the header across the top indicates the same title that is in the tile, and the color in the header matches the tile color. Now, let's look at what happens when we click on the Alfresco Sale Connect application. First, the application tile now has the shadow indicating that it has been selected. There is also a prompt indicating the application change, and finally, the title and color in the banner has changed to reflect the selected application. These visual clues allow the user to know what application they are working in, no matter where they are in the application. Next, we'll take a look at the left side navigation bar. All the access you need to ClearView's functionality is located here. We'll explore some of the navigation options in a bit, but note that not only will this navigation have the standard ClearView functions, it can be expanded to include custom integrations like this one for Adobe eSign. To allow for more room on the page, the menu can be collapsed to show just the related icons, and it has pop-up titles to allow users to see what options are without having to expand the navigation bar. So taking a look at our expanded content search, users can search for content within ClearView by clicking on the Search Content menu item in the navigation bar. They will be presented with a form with specific search fields. Now, these fields are part of the ClearView configuration, so no code is required to change or add new search forms. In addition to searching by metadata, ClearView also allows users to browse the ACS site associated with the application. The site associated with the Clear Notice for Digital Content Control is the Clear Cadence site, where users can browse through the folders in the site. Now, by going back to the applications page, we can switch applications, and you'll see that the search form and the site for browsing content all have changed as they're pertinent to the selected application. This is core to what ClearView offers organizations, the ability to dynamically change the user interface based on what the user needs. Users also have the ability to upload files directly into ACS through the ClearView interface. For the Alfresco process service users out there, you know that the out-of-the-box user interface provides a list of tasks for which the logged-in user is a candidate. Now, while this works fine, what's missing is information that the end user may want to see before claiming a task. All we have here is the create date, the username who created the task, and finally, the name of the task. Now, admittedly, you can set the task name up within APS to include key metadata, but that ends up taking planning and more work within the process designer. ClearView takes the need to do that work out of the picture and allows for configuring what information you need to see in a task and present it in a grid or table-like form instead of as a block on the side. Now let's take a look at the task list in our Clear Notice for Digital Content Control application. Under My Task, we see the basic information provided by APS, the ID of the task, the process or notice name, the task name, and the create date. Pretty much the same data we would see in the out-of-the-box APS app, but displayed in a grid or table to make it easier to see the tasks that need to be worked. If we switch over to the queued task, we see basically the same format. ClearView also has the ability to search for tasks. The search fields for Clear Notice are simple. Just the choice to see running tasks or completed tasks, and then the name and the document ID. ClearView will then display the list of results. Now let's take this all to the next level with some ClearView magic. By making each application configurable, we can add or remove the inputs and outputs of both the task queue displays and for the search. Now we will switch to our sample application. Now right away we'll see that the counts for My Task and queued tasks have changed because we are now in a different application which provides different user tasks. When we go to My Task, we'll see our now familiar grid, but this time it's populated with data from the process. We have the first name, last name, and company name. Each of the columns also provides sorting, so if a user wanted to work all the tasks for Acme Company, for example, they can simply sort by company and then all of the matching tasks will be grouped together. You could even add data such as state or maybe document types that could be displayed to further help narrow in on specific work items. If we move over to search task, we'll see that our search form has task status, task name, task ID, and first name. Now, while using first name as a search criteria may be a little impractical, for our purposes it works because we can search for tasks with the first name of Peggy and get a list of matching results. And here we see the one task that we have where Peggy is the first name. Going back to My Task, we can retrieve one of those tasks and see that ClearView will display the form as it was built within APS. There is no need for extra coding to display or use the form as it was built in APS. Now, obviously, if you had a need for more customization than what is provided within the APS form builder, that is something that can be done within ClearView. It should be noted for the users who may be using stencils in their forms that there is some converting of those stencils needed in order for it to work in ClearView or really any ADF application in general. In addition to working existing tasks, ClearView also allows the user to start a task by using the Start Process option from the menu. Based on the current application the user is in, the start form will reflect the one assigned to the start event within APS. Users add in a unique name, fill in any required form fields, and click the Start Process button. The new task is now available from the My Tasks list. Since ClearView is built using the Application Developer Framework, which is based on Angular, it's device aware, so when you access ClearView from your phone or tablet, it adapts to a mobile-friendly view to allow you to do your work away from your desk. Here, we're in the mobile mode on my phone. Now, I have set up this page to utilize face recognition on my iPhone to allow easier access into the app. The landing page still has the application tiles for which you can scroll. The left side navigation menu is always collapsed to allow more space, but easily accessible through the menu button. Now, due to space limitations on a mobile device, the tasks automatically convert to tiles instead of the grid view, but all of the information is still available. Here we have the task for Clear Notice with its somewhat limited data, but we could switch to our sample app and go into the task list for it and see our expanded metadata. You can also review and work tasks from the mobile version. Browsing content also works like the desktop, where you can navigate to the content you need to review and pull it up on your mobile device. All the same functionality as with the desktop app, but in the palm of your hands. At ClearCadence, one of the common features our customers want and need is to either be able to assign tasks or reassign tasks, and often the need to more easily clean up processes that are no longer being worked. This mostly happens within a testing environment where they want to clean up the system of old test cases, or maybe there was a production issue where several processes were started due to some external system fault. While APS does provide the activity admin application that provides the functionality of assigning, reassigning, or deleting processes, it has a couple of inherent issues. One being that it is yet another application to log into, and the other is that all of the actions like delete or reassign can only be done one task or one process instance at a time. Since this was a concern with a number of our customers, we implemented some of the APS administrative functionalities directly into ClearView. Now, these functions are located under the admin section of the left side menu. This option is only available to users who have the administrative capability within APS. We'll start by taking a look at the process management function. This allows you to terminate and delete one or more processes at the same time. You would start by selecting the process from the top drop-down box and then selecting whether you want running or completed processes. Here we're just going to clean up the completed processes. So once you make your selections, ClearView will automatically display the results. You can select the top box to automatically select all of the processes, or use the check boxes for each row to pick and choose which process you want to target for deletion. Once you have selected the processes and click the delete button, you will be prompted to enter the word delete in order to actually delete the processes. We use this method because it provides a stricter way to confirm that something should be deleted. The other option with the process is to take a running one and terminate the instance, which will delete any user tasks and remove it from the workflow. Here you select the item and select the terminate button. First, a prompt will display to give reason for the termination. Once that is entered, the user will be prompted to enter the word terminate to make sure this is the action they want to take. Now we'll take a look at the task assignment function. Select it from the admin menu option and you'll get to the task assignment screen. Now from here, choose how you want to filter the tasks, by either assigned user or by the candidate group. Then select the process you are targeting. We're going into our white paper approval process. To narrow down the list further, you could select the assigned user that you may be targeting. Now we're going to take one of the tasks Kevin is assigned to and assign it to Alex. First, we'll select Alex under the new assignee task and then select the appropriate task and click the reassign button. Now it appears the task has just disappeared, but remember, we have filtered this to only show Kevin's tasks. The fact that he now has only 3 tasks means that he was unassigned that 4th task. So now let's just go up and show everyone tasks. And to do this, we just click the blank value at the top of the list. Now we can see all of the tasks regardless of who they are assigned to, and you'll see that Alex is assigned to the first task. ClearView also allows you to unassign a task from a user in the event that they are out of the office and the task must be worked. So you want to return it to the pool of tasks that users can access. You do this by selecting the row and clicking on the unassigned button. Now that task is available in the queued tasks. Alternatively, you could assign an unassigned task in the same manner that you did a reassign. It should be noted that the APS administrative features are not currently available in the mobile version. ClearView is not limited to just providing a common user interface between Alfresco content services and process services. It can also be enhanced to provide integrations to third-party or more customized applications. The previous segment on the APS administration tools is one example of that type of customization, but just to showcase the ability further, here we have 2 other optional enhancements that ClearCadence has embedded into ClearView for the purposes of this demo. First is the integration with our Adobe Sign Solution Accelerator. Customized forms were created to help integrate with our own APS process that orchestrates the entire Adobe Sign lifecycle. We won't go into full detail of the Adobe Sign product, but please contact us if you're interested in seeing a live demo of this solution accelerator. We also have a solution accelerator for DocuSign integration as well. Next is a custom integration of ClearView with Amazon's Textract OCR application. This enhancement provides an automated setup of the entire integration between Textract and ACS. Basically, you select a target folder, content type, uploads, and set the fixed mapping and values for the whole process. Again, we won't go into detail on this, but if you'd like to see more on this type of customization, please contact us and we'll be happy to go into a more detailed demo. So as you can see, ClearView, built by ClearCadence on top of the Alfresco digital business platform, provides a feature-rich user experience. It's a customizable single user interface. Content searches are expanded to work specifically for your business. User tasks are displayed in a grid to provide more information to end users. Completely mobile enabled, provides APS administration functions like task assignment, and can be further enhanced to integrate with third-party systems like our own solution accelerators for Adobe Sign, DocuSign, and Textract. Again, all of this is in one interface. If you are using Alfresco's digital business platform, or just ACS or just APS, ClearView is a must to ensure that your users have the best and most efficient user interface available. To see a live demo, please contact ClearCadence at www.clearcadence.com. ClearCadence, process improved.